Hello, new buyers. Welcome to the new buyer orientation for winter of 2026. We are thrilled that you're going to be joining us in Las Vegas for this January market. My name is Logan Avedon. I'm the Director of Buyer Services for Furniture and Home Decor, and my hope in these next 20 minutes is to walk you through the ins and outs of market to make sure that your first experience here is very successful. First, we will talk about dates and hours, very basic information, but good to have on hand. It's divided up into two sections, as you see here, showrooms and temporaries. I'll explain the difference between those two in just a little bit, but for now, we will go over the date and hours of both. Showrooms will be open Sunday, January 25th through Wednesday, January 28th, 9 to 6, and Thursday, January 29th, 9 to 4. The temporaries located in the expo will be open Sunday, January 25th through Tuesday, January 27th, 9 to 6, and then Wednesday, January 28th will be their last day, hours being 9 to 4. The home furnishings temporaries located in Building B on the 6th floor will be open Sunday, January 25th through Wednesday, January 28th, 9 to 6, and Thursday, January 29th, 9 to 2. Pre-registration. So registration is highly encouraged before you get to market. It really helps ensure that your arrival process is expedited and goes smoothly. Pre-registration can be done at lasvegasmarket.com. If you are genuinely new to our markets and have never attended one before, you will be required to upload a couple of different documents just to ensure that you are in fact a wholesale buyer. It will then be kicked to our registration team, which will go through an approval process just to make sure everything is in line. It can take up to 1 week, but if you're creeping up on 2 or 3 days before market, feel free to email registration@andmore.com for a status update, as well as bring those documentation with you to campus to ensure that everything is in line and that you will be able to get an official buyer badge. Once you are pre-registered, you will receive an email confirmation just to say that you have been pre-registered and sort of give you guidance on the next steps, which occurs in our And More at Market app. I'll give you a little bit more information about that app in a few slides, but for now, this is where your scan and go QR code lives. So once you arrive at market, you will open the app. You can create an account with the email address that you pre-registered with. Click on Las Vegas Market and the scan and go QR code will populate where you can stand in the scan and go section of registration, scan that QR code, and your badge will be pre-printed for you to use for entry all the subsequent days of market. So more about the app. There's a couple of really great features that I would want to walk you through. Before market, you can search and discover brands through the exhibitor directory. You can build a market plan with your At Market app. You can save the brands that you really want to make sure that you explore and shop, make appointments, plan your schedule, etc. During market, you can again get express entry with your scan and go QR code. You can navigate between showrooms and floors with step-by-step directions. You can scan exhibitor QR codes to track your stops, take photos and notes on the products and brands that you visit and really love. You can share those photos and notes via text if you're shopping as a team. It's very helpful. And then aftermarket, this is one of my favorite app features, is that you will receive a personalized market recap, just reinstating everyone that you saw at market, the brands, the products, the showrooms, notes, photos, etc. You can also reconnect with those brands and place any orders that you might not have gotten to at market. If you have any issues with the app or need any support, have any questions, our app team is easily reached via email at buyersupport@andmore.com. Again, they're here for you and super ready to help with anything that related to the app itself. Hotel reservations. You may have already taken care of this for this January, but just in case you're not aware, Las Vegas Market does have an official housing partner, Connections Housing. That is our official buyer room block. They have the best rates and availability throughout the city, so you can enjoy big savings at your taste, whether it be gambling properties, non-gambling properties, on the strip, off the strip, you name it, it can be found at Connections Housing. And they do have a physical location at Market. Should you have any issues with your hotel, if you booked within the block, or if you want to ask about booking for the subsequent Market, etc., that they're in Building C in the lobby on the opposite side of the information desk. If you have any questions or would like to contact them via email, you can reach them at lvm@connectionshousing.com or either of those phone numbers listed there. Navigation. Las Vegas is probably one of my favorite markets that we do just because of the simplicity and the just accessibility of navigating the campus. It is 4 adjacent, super easy to navigate buildings that adds up to 5 million square feet and over 3,500 furniture and home decor and gift resources. Don't let this 5 million square feet scare you though, because again, it is super easy to navigate. And this renovation right here is one of my favorites to show buyers. This is our campus map. It shows you every building, every floor, what generalized product you're going to find on that floor. So super great information for a new buyer to have because it really helps you whittle down exactly what floors are going to be relevant for you and for your business. So feel free to either take a screenshot here. This can also be found on our website. It is blown up in signage all over campus, as well as in our buyer's guide, which I'm going to tell you a little bit more about in a So next we're going to take a little bit of time and break down exactly where you can find each category. So where to find furniture and bedding. This is located in all 3 of our buildings, so Building A, Building B, and Building C, and you can see the respective floors for each of those categories listed here. One floor that I really do love to point out to my buyers is something that we lovingly refer to as B2. Basically, that is the second floor of Building B. This is a really design forward and curated floor of our market. It is relatively new, but we have handpicked each of the exhibitors that you see listed here to really create a certain type of aesthetic and shopping experience for our buyer, whether this land within your price point or the aesthetic that you're going toward. It is really something to see and to be experienced. So would love for you to stop by and see this really curated, handcrafted collection that we've put together. The 6th floor of Building B, aka B6, is home to our home furnishings temporaries. So this floor in particular is different from all of the other floors on our building, whereas these vendors literally ship their product in from Market, build out their booths, and then tear them down at the end of the show. So not a permanent showroom, but a temporary showroom. But they are a really great mix of both domestic and internationally made product. It's over 75 resources for home furnishings, and that could include anything from case goods, dining, upholstery, decor. I've even seen some mattress and bedding vendors set up there. So it's a really great floor to make sure that you lay eyes on for this type of product and this particular type of vendor offering. And again, their hours are located on this slide right there. The Las Vegas Design Center. Not a lot of people that come to Market just during market time know exactly what the Design Center is, so I always like to educate them. Basically, this is a open daily to the trade design center in Las Vegas. It is probably the top destination on the West Coast for high-end furnishings, lighting, flooring, decor, etc., with over 30 showrooms and 120 product lines. It really offers the year-round access to the best in design, but is on full display during market. Something really great to be able to see and touch and feel while you're on campus. So that is the first 2 floors of Building A. Make sure to walk through it. Next is where to find home decor. So this is going to be scattered throughout all 4 of our buildings. But you can see here as to which floors to really hone in on for the home decor category in particular. Las Vegas Design Center is a great representation of that. Again, first 2 floors of Building A, also floors 3 and 4 of Building A. Building B, the curated collection that I spoke about on B2, and then also floors 1 through 4. Building C, you can find home decors dispersed throughout the first 6 floors, and then of course the Expo is a great place to find home decor as well. Next, we will talk a little bit about where to find a gift, a super wonderful category that we are happy to have represented well on our campus. It's mainly going to be located in Building C on the first floor, and then floors 6 through 11. We're happy to welcome Mud Pie. I do believe this is their first January showing with us. I'm so super happy to have them represented on our campus. And then also a wonderful place to find top of the line gift options is in the Expo. So the Expo is similar to our home furnishings temporaries found on B6, but a much larger scale. So this is going to be a place, really a hub of up-and-coming vendors that really have their finger on the pulse of trend and design, and just really innovative vendors to make sure that you check out, whether it is in the gift category or home decor. So C1, again, one of our loving nicknames. This is the first floor of Building C. It again is similar to what we talked about for B2, where it's very hand curated, up and coming design forward brands that we have hand selected to be housed together in the tabletop, home decor, and gift categories. It's a really innovative floor that I always make sure to walk while I'm at market to get inspired and see what these really great vendors have up and coming in their showrooms. And the Expo, I mentioned it before, but this is just a really world-renowned place to find those up-and-coming, really great, trendy products and vendors for the gift and home categories. You will find once you walk into the Expo that it is sort of lined out aisle by aisle. We always try to put very like-minded vendors together so that you don't have to, branch out too far. If you find one aisle is more gift, keep wandering down if you're looking for more home decor type options. But all of these vendors are just really, again, up and coming, very trendy, and really have their pulse on the industry, and a great representation of where to shop to stand out from your competition. So I always, always, always tell new buyers to look for our market publications. So this cutie little rendering on the left here is the cover for our buyer's guide for January 2026. This is what you'll be looking for. It will be your best friend at market, aside from the market app. It has floor plans, exhibitor directory, market information, products and trends. It goes a little bit deeper than the schematic that I showed you at the beginning of the presentation, where you can find the exact floor plan of each floor of each building within it. So it's going to be a really invaluable resource to have in your bag at market. There's also something that we call the Explore magazine, which is a publication dedicated just to the vendors within the expo to give you more information on what it is that they're doing, looking at their products, trends, etc. There will also be a printout of all of the show specials that all exhibitors market-wide have announced to us, as well as industry trade magazines that are really pertinent for market success. So you can find all of these in every building lobby. There will be a section of publication bins. So any building that you walk into, they will be there for you to grab. Okay, buyers lounges. This is something that we really wanted to make sure that we offered our buyers, a place where you can rest your feet from all of the market wandering. You can find light snacks, coffee, of course, ample seating to relax, recharge, spread out, do any sort of computer work, etc. And we have 2 of those located on our campus. The first is in Building C on the first floor, showroom number C174. And then Building B on the second floor, showroom B262. And their hours are listed there as well. On-campus dining, there is a plethora of options in Las Vegas as well. One of the reasons why I like it because of the different types of dining that you will find, anything from a full-service restaurant to cafes with seating areas where you can get your food and sit down, grab-and-go kiosks if you need to eat on the run, and there's also several different really delicious food trucks that are parked within the courtyard that you can grab your lunch. And I did just peek at the weather for Las Vegas, and it is going to be in the high 60s, low 70s, so it's going to be gorgeous for eating outside. And here are some other helpful locations. We have information desks located in the lobbies of Building A, B, and C. A member of the buyer relations team will always be there to help guide you or answer any questions should you have any. Coat and bag check is in Lot A across from the shuttle bus area. Very large signage, can't miss it as you're walking into campus. Phone charging stations are in the lobbies of all 4 of our buildings. There is a shipping and business center located in Building B, 380, Building C, 1142, and in the expo should you need it. Mother's Lounge, super pertinent for some of us, which is located in C976. I'm super happy to offer that service, as well as Lost and Found, which is in A2508 in the security office. And I've also listed the Las Vegas Market security phone number should you have lost anything or need it for any other reason. Okay, market exclusive opportunities. This is something that I always really love to encourage new buyers to take full advantage of. You're at market, you get the wonderful opportunity to see and touch and feel and the product and experience the energy. It's a great opportunity to really think about expanding your product mix and cross merchandising, really studying how a showroom has merchandised their products, what other like-minded products are around the product that you already carry or are planning to buy. How can you really expand upon your own customers' ticket and the amount that they are spending with you. We offer several market tours as well as programming. I'm going to go over some of those highlights in a few minutes, but making sure to really take advantage of all of the educational opportunities that we offer as well. And of course, building personal relationships with new suppliers just cannot be matched, outside of market. And then meeting fellow retailers, really networking and finding out what may be working for them, how they're approaching certain problem areas, really being able to dig in and network and use that to your advantage while you're here as well. Market exclusive deals, something that new buyers may not know about, but exhibitors run market exclusive deals that are happening again only during market time. It's one of the biggest perks of attending a market is really getting that best price point. So how to find deals? They're listed within the Anmar Markets app and on the Las Vegas Market website. Again, those are the deals that the exhibitors have reported to us. They all live there. And like I mentioned before, within the market publication bins, there'll be a printout of those that all of the exhibitors have reported to us as well. So that's 3 ways of finding the deals that the exhibitors have let us know that they're running. But I would also encourage you to ask your showroom reps. don't be afraid to ask, even if they're not necessarily advertising a deal. It is definitely worth the ask of what exactly can you offer me whilst I'm at market writing orders. Buying groups and associations. This is something that I love about our industry, that we are all about building one another up and helping each other to succeed. And one of those ways is buying groups and associations. So we have partnered with several of those, and we do throughout all of our markets. And really what a buying group is a valued partner to you and your business. In order to join this group, you get networking, educational opportunities, best business practices, and more. And there is a membership group for you, no matter what type of business you're running. Any kind of storefront, there is a buying group, from houseware stores to museums, toy stores, home stagers, American handcrafted, you name it, they're out there. So feel free to visit our website under the Visit, About, and Industry Partners tab. Buyer amenities. So I love telling my buyers where to get all of the free things that are happening. First, and probably most important, is the grab and go breakfast that happens every morning from 8 to 10 a.m. in the courtyard. Again, the courtyard, if you've never been to the Las Vegas campus, is the big open area that is in between all 4 of our buildings. So you'll see the grab and go breakfast as you enter into campus. There's also a buyer brew break happening in the social, which is a really innovative new social hub located in the expo, and that is Sunday to Wednesday, 10 to 11 a.m. And then of course it is Las Vegas, so there is no shortage of bars and happy hours located all throughout campus. You can see there's afternoon floor bars, happy hour on the B6, happy hour at the social within the expo, and then twilight toasts in the courtyard after market has closed. So feel free to get all of your toasting and your bar hopping on if that's what you would like to do. We are here to support and to entertain. Speaking of support, some of the new buyer activations that you can take advantage of while you're at market is this very presentation will be put on by yours truly, but also followed by a tour. So we're not going to go over the presentation in a huge formal fashion this go around. I'm going to have printouts of this presentation, be asking any or letting buyers ask me any specific questions that they may have. And then the most important part, I believe, is getting your boots on the ground, showing you exactly where everything is and where you can find all of the resources that you in particular are looking for. So that'll be happening on Sunday at 9:30 a.m. We'll be meeting in the Buyers Lounge of Building C, first floor, showroom C174. There's also new buyer meetups happening daily from the 25th through the 27th, 9:30 to 10:30 in front of the expo show floor. So a member of my team will be there during that hour daily to make sure that all of your questions are answered. You can also network with other fellow new buyers, see exactly what they have found, and again, get any of your questions asked and answered. There is also a very great new resource called the New Buyer Toolkit, which is a comprehensive toolkit including campus maps, market directory, essential tips for first-time buyers, and you can find it on the Market 101 page of the website. And a few programming highlights. that I really want to point out for this market in particular are listed here. This is not the comprehensive list. There are several other events happening, but just a few that I wanted to point out. First is the Market Jackpot, hosted by Kitchen to Table on Sunday, January 25th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the courtyard. This is happening twice. The first one is Kitchen to Table, where you'll get to pull a slot machine with a chance to win some product from Kitchen to Table. And then it is happening again on Monday with Porch View Home. So that's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the courtyard, Sunday and Monday, for a chance to win some fun prizes from our exhibitors. Going back to Sunday, there is Exploring 2026 Residential Trends at 4 p.m. happening in Building A. Courtyard After Dark, which is our official market kickoff party, 5 to 7 in the courtyard. And then moving on to Monday, Designs New Era, AI, using it as your true partner, 1:30 to 2:30 in the Worldview, which is the top of Building B. And then the Follow the Trends Gifts Showroom Tour happening 1 to 2:30, meeting in the Building C, floor 11 escalator lobby. And that is being hosted by my teammate who is specifically working with key buyers for the gift category. And here are just some commonly used industry terms. Definitely not going to go over all of these verbatim, but love to put it out there for new buyers so that you can understand the lingo that maybe a showroom rep is using to communicate to you, and also communicate it back to them. So again, feel free to take a look at this, take a screenshot, and make sure to familiarize yourself with these industry terms. Few last helpful tips, just to recap. Don't forget to pre-register for Market. Download the &More Markets app for that scan and go QR code, navigational tools, market resources, and to build a market plan prior to arrival. You can browse the exhibitors via the Market app or our online exhibitor directory, and visit any info desk in any of the building lobbies or the buyer's lounge located in B262 and Building C for any assistance that you may need. And follow the official Market social media channels. Is a great opportunity to really keep track of trends, buyer amenities, and market happenings there. And you can stay connected with us all year round using the hashtag LVMKT. And finally, just save the date for the summer market happening July 26th through the 30th of 2026. And again, so happy that you will be joining us in January, and we hope that your market is nothing but successful.